Bingo, bango, bingo, bango. Oh, man. Another weekend down. It is Sunday.
It is.
Well, not even my Friday. I don't get a Friday.
No?
No.
Me either.
Hell no. I got to work. I got to work tomorrow.
Some adjustments here.
Huh?
So make some adjustments here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a pretty good let me put this back real quick. Oh
Give
yeah.
you a little extra room this time.
Oh, I like
Hey,
it. Me
if you fall asleep.
No, I am I might if I sat here long enough I might.
right,
But I had like I think I had a pretty
There it goes.
sorry. You guys know, viewers know that watch, we're recording Sunday nights. I work weekend shifts, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12-hour days. I just got off. But I think I had worked on one plane all weekend, but I thought I had a pretty productive weekend, man. I was all right with self.
All right.
Pretty proud. Ran some straight lines. Stepped up to the plate when they needed me
What kind
to.
of lines? Like
Not white lines.
Not them lines.
Not anymore.
Not no more.
No, man. Pulling tape, man.
Yeah,
And pretty much had the reins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2 weekends in a row now. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading more into it, but up until now, you know what I mean? Kind of
Right.
been with other cats that like, you know what I mean, know what they're doing, and they be showing me. And then the past 2 weekends, I kind of been had one or two people, and I kind of took the reins. Mm-hmm. So I think I don't know if I was put in that position on purpose or what, but it kind of turned out that way. But I'm good with it. I'll step up to the plate.
Heck yeah.
So
Yeah.
good weekend. We're back, y'all. We are back. We are back. We are back. We the bastards. Over to my left, you guys know who that is. That's Johnny, a.k.a. Johnny the Collector, a.k.a. Oh, no, I went backwards. Johnny, a.k.a. Johnny Pasty Legs, a.k.a. Johnny the Collector. And I'm your boy, JD in a white tee, a.k.a. Himothy, a.k.a. fucking I'm glad it's Sunday. I still got to work during the week, but...
Right.
It's like getting past those 3, because those 3 days are long. You know what I mean? So,
Well, we'll start out with an ice cold beer. You just got off work.
hell yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Salud.
Been a long time since I've had that.
That's delicious.
Yes. About
That's really good, actually.
yes. So many years ago, when I was working in weld shop at the Big H, and I was in a repair area that was called PDI, right? And it's pre-delivery inspection, and we're responsible for checking the car over and fixing any body work, any welds, anything else like that. And then we have a repair area where we can fix like stamping cracks and braze them shut and everything else like that. And teaching, and look, I don't claim to be the best welder in the world out there, but the way they trained us, what we did there was very quick, very efficient. And I put on probably 30 pounds one summer, pretty close to it, under the stress that I was on in weld shop, trying to teach people who've never welded before, especially on metal that thin, and or how to braze or anything else like that. So by the time I was coming home on Friday nights, I was messaging the wife. I'm like, look, I need a 12-pack of beer, and I need a breakfast pizza. And she would order. She's like, I already got the beer. You need to stop and pick up the pizza. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. And if you've never had a breakfast pizza before,
No, but wait, what's on a breakfast pizza?
so there's this place called Pat's Donuts and Cream in Lima, Ohio, and it's not very far.
Shout out to them.
It is not very far from the UNOH campus, and it is a 24-hour donut, ice cream, and pizza shop.
24 hour?
24 hours.
That's for just
That's dangerous.
that's for fat people.
That's right. So,
Donut 24-hour
so
donuts?
it's a pizza crust, and then it's got white sausage gravy on it, and then they put eggs and bacon and sausage and ham and potatoes and like 3 different types of cheese and bake it.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm down for that.
Right.
I would most definitely. Here's what I learned when I went to the I think that was the first trip to Ohio that we took when we went out there.
Yep.
You guys took me to go get that fucking mashed potato pizza,
Oh yes.
bro. And that when they were telling me about it here before we even went up there, I was like, yo, that doesn't even sound right? Like mashed potatoes on a pizza. I was very, very thrown off because never heard of it. And then you guys took me, and when we pulled up to the spot, I was like, oh snap, it's like a brewery.
Yeah.
Right? It was a brewery. And then we went inside, and I was like, okay, this place looks like it's legit. Like it might. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking some kind of like little podunk hole in the wall place.
Right.
But this was a legit spot, so I was like, all right, the food here it might not be bad. And then they brought that pizza out, and that pizza was fire. It was. I was like, who knew? I didn't know.
Whoever thought mashed potatoes on a pizza would work?
Bro, what was it? It was like mashed potatoes, cheese, bacon.
Yes. It was. Yeah, I'd have to look up the whole layout of the pizza, but they still talk about that pizza.
Fire.
Not to mention the trail mix cookies that we used to get from down the way, like over at.
I didn't have those.
You didn't have those, but Lex's dad. When we would come down to Florida, we would have to buy a couple dozen and bring them with us. And yeah, that place actually, they have multiple locations where we got the pizza at, and we actually did our rehearsal dinner when we got married.
Oh yeah.
Yep, all the family was there, and we just went in there. They got multiple locations. Some are smaller, just local, and then like the one we took you to, it's a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, that one was good size. That was a good spot.
Yeah,
And it was. I'm telling you, that pizza, not a small pizza,
no,
and those were not small slices.
no,
Those were fire.
right. I will say this: we went to Chicago. We stopped on our way back. We went up to North Dakota to visit our son when he was stationed up there, and on our way back, we made a little pit stop on the mile, and we went and had some food and everything. And I've been wanting to try this Giordano's pizza, the Chicago style, the pie, and I was not prepared for that because we get there and I told the wife, let's order a large, and she goes, yeah, have you ever seen the size of this pizza? And I'm like, no.
That is deep dish.
Oh yeah, pie style. Like all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see this pie headed to the table, and my eyes just got real big, and I'm like, make it a medium, and it still took everything in my power to eat 2 slices. Like I was ready for a nap.
So, Ben Beer came home the other night, a couple nights ago, and he had a small pizza box with him. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what you got there? He was like, some new spot up the way. And I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah, I've never tried it before. And he opened the box, and it was deep dish. I love a good deep dish. Here's how you know a good deep.
That's a violation.
All right.
It is.
Pause.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's fair. That's valid.
Good.
A good deep dish. For me, the crust, because the crust is so thick. Pause. You don't want it to be heavy. You need a light,
Fluffy.
airy, fluffy for it to be. And then also, I mean, obviously the sauce and all that, but the dough is important, because I've had some deep dish that is just heavy.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No,
You need some.
it just sits on your stomach.
So he brought that home the other night, and he was like, hey, I didn't eat none that night, but he said, hey, There's some left over if you want to take a slice or you want to take some to work for lunch tomorrow. So I took a slice to work tomorrow, and I put it in the toaster oven, and it was. Now, I will say, in a couple months, we're going to Orlando, and he's going to go with us. I'm pretty sure,
Right.
and we're going to go to Uno Pizzeria.
Okay.
Last time we went to Uno, bro,
Never been.
their deep dish.
Yes.
We took when we've been there. We took Sincere there once, bro. That fool did not stop eating
Jesus.
the pizza, bro, and it was deep dish. He annihilated some pizza that he was like, it's so good, I can't stop
Right.
eating it.
You know it's good when you finish that slice and you're like, no, I'm not gonna have any more. And then you're like, you know what? And then you wander into the kitchen and you cut a little sliver off, and then you might as well just. And I hate that because it's so good, and you just kind of keep going, but then you feel horrible.
You want to know what's dangerous for me? Even if I don't get some crazy like good pizza, like I mean, there's levels, right? You got like Little Caesars, and then you got like Domino's and Papa John's.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the bottom for me, bottom of the barrel, bottom of the list, bottom of the totem pole,
Right.
Little Caesars.
Right. True.
Okay?
True.
I mean, it's Little Caesars. It's
I would say for me it'd be Papa Murphy's because I ain't cooking my own damn food. I am not cooking.
well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I had Papa Murphy's.
Right.
But Little Caesars, I get the thin crust,
Right.
and I get pepperoni and jalapenos.
Oh, okay.
Now, sometimes that pepperoni, it's the jalapenos, bro. Sometimes when you drink a beer, when you're having a beer with the jalapeno and the beer mix, for some reason,
Right.
it gets me. I have annihilated a whole thin, because there's no crust, it's thin crust.
Right.
I've annihilated on numerous occasions a pepperoni and jalapeno thin crust pizza large by myself.
Jeez.
I can't stop eating it.
Right.
It's something about the jalapenos and then the beer, a nice Corona, bro, with it. I keep going back. Actually, I don't think it's a large. I think it might be a medium. I don't know what it is. I just order.
Right.
But I'll eat the whole pizza.
That's for me. There's only a couple places that I can get it. One of them here is local. It's a little pizzeria place and I'll give them a shout out over at Francesca's.
Oh yeah.
And
I do like their pizza.
They
I haven't had that. I haven't eaten there in a while.
but they make the best pepperoni and green olive pizza.
Yeah.
And if you have never had, and I thought it was a weird thing. First place I ever had was pepperoni and green olives was up in Ohio. I thought it was the weirdest thing because I love olives, and I've just never had green olives on a pizza. Black olives, yeah, sure. But all of a sudden, it was that you get that pepperoni flavor, and then you get the saltiness from that, and I'm like, man, this has got to be phenomenal with a beer. And I go down there, and there's only a few places that will sell pepperoni and green olive pizza, and it was just phenomenal.
There's just food that goes with beer, bro.
We used to go to a little bar and get pepperoni, sausage, and banana peppers, and phenomenal with beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just some. I mean, there's a ton of food that goes good with beers, but there's just certain ones. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mexico. Mm-hmm. You go eating some tacos, bro. Mm-hmm. Listen, when I was 18, 19, 20, and those were like my party years in Mexico, my favorite, I mean, all I did was I lived the whole weekend off of Corona, tequila, and fish tacos, bro.
Fish tacos.
It's a match. I'm talking about fried, bro, Baja style fish tacos. There's nothing like it.
Damn.
There's nothing. It's so simple. They just dip the fish in the batter. They fry it, so it's a battered, 2 pieces of battered fried fish, right? With like a coleslaw, kind of like a cabbage, with the crema, and then the green sauce, bro. That shit is like crack. That shit is like crack. And here was the crazy part. It's crazy. If I show you my Google search, I just searched it yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I wanted to know. I searched the bar and it's still there.
Right.
Next time we go visit my mom, we're gonna have to slide the Rosarito and we're gonna have to stop. But here was the crazy combination. The bar was connected to this little hole in the wall spot that was pushing fish tacos, bro, like crazy. So we knew the bartender. This was our spot. This is where our party. This is where we used to go drink and get drunk and eat fish tacos, and then at night I'd go hit the clubs. So it was connected to this bar. So it was all right there. Beer, tequila, tacos,
Any better?
Bro.
Oh man.
Fire.
So I gotta hear about your I
need a haircut.
Your drive.
My adventure?
Your
I'll tell you,
adventure.
I got one story. I got a couple, but I got one.
All right.
I gotta go get a haircut tomorrow. I'm looking rough.
Right.
So last week, I started driving Lyft.
Right.
So the ride share.
Right.
So I did it 4 days, made decent money, wasn't bad. And for whatever reason, it kept taking me down south. Right? I'd end up here and I'd do a few rides, and then I'd get a ride to down south to like the airport or to the train station or whatever, right?
Right.
So once I get down there, it keeps me down there. Well, not only does it keep me down in that area, down in the Palm Beach area, but like it puts me like for whatever reason, I ended up in the hood. Like every day this week or every day last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which I'm okay with, dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm not worried about it.
Right.
But I only say that because you have to understand. You have to understand where I was. Okay, I was at shout out to Taco Bell, right?
Right.
I was at a Taco Bell. Now, this Taco Bell, you tell me, Johnny, the last time you were in a Taco Bell and they had to buzz you into the bathroom.
I will say this. I did in Colorado Springs on Academy, you're closer to Fort Carson area.
Okay.
There was a Taco Bell over there.
Okay.
That's where I met my ex-wife because they had armed security there. So that's what I did at night. I'm like, why in the hell does Taco Bell need an armed security guard there at night? And they was like, well, allegedly there was a guy that had a problem with somebody. He jumped the counter, grabbed a knife, went out back, handled his business, came back in, handed somebody a bloody knife, and walked out.
Wow.
So
Ever since then?
Ever since then, they had armed guards in there. But I ain't never seen anybody get buzzed in the bathroom.
So let me paint the picture.
Okay.
I had to pee real bad.
Right.
It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know exactly.
11 in the morning, they buzzed you in?
Bro, listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen,
Your story.
listen.
Go ahead.
I don't even know exactly because I don't know that area down there. I'm not familiar with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know exactly what streets I was on, right?
Right.
I had to pee. And I hadn't eaten since 6, 7 o'clock the night before. So I had a good fast going. So I was like, man, usually I try and wait till about 12. It was 11. I was like, all right, I'm just going to kill 2 birds with a stone. I'll grab a bite to eat and I'll go to the bathroom. First thing I saw was this Taco Bell. Okay. So I was like, boom, there it is. Pulled in, walked in. I went to the bathroom door, and it said, you know how it says in use or vacant?
Right.
All right. It said vacant. It was green. It said vacant. I tried to go inside. I was like, what the hell? I was like, man. So I walked right over to the corner. I peeked my head around the corner, and I asked the lady that was at the counter, I was like, hey, do I need a key for the bathroom? And she was like, oh. She was like, is there somebody in there? And I said, well, no. I said, I don't think so. I said, it says vacant, and it's green. But it's locked. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, go ahead. And I was like, okay. So I went back to the door, and I hear the door going, eh. So she's buzzing me in. She told me, she was like, I have to buzz you in. Go ahead. And I was like, okay. I get to the door, and it's, and I hear the buzz. I was like, holy crap. So then I tried to go in, and I still can't go in. And then I look at the door. Now it says in use, and it's red. Mm-hmm. So I went back around the corner, peeked my head around the corner. I was like, hey, I was like, it's strange. I was like, now it says in use and it's red. And she was like, oh, somebody was in there. Mm-hmm. So she was like, they must have heard you trying to get in and they locked it. And I said, okay. Now, I want to say something, and I'm not saying this like out of any. She spoke pretty good English.
Right.
Because there was 3 people that were on duty at the time that were working. It was 2 dudes and a chick.
Okay.
They were speaking. I think the other language that they were speaking was Haitian.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I think so. But she spoke pretty good English. So anyway, so she says, you're gonna have to wait. I said, okay, cool, no problem. So I go to the kiosk to order my food. I put my order in. Just as soon as I get done paying, I hear the door open. So I walked towards the door, and I flagged homeboy down, and I was like, hey, can you hold the door for me? And I walked over there. Well, the dude that was in there was one of the employees from Taco Bell. So he walked out. I got to wet my beak. He walked out, and he held the door for me. I said, thank you. And we passed. He bent the corner. I went in the bathroom. Johnny, it smelled like something crawled inside of this motherfucker and died. This motherfucker blew the bathroom up. Something fierce. It was. So look, he held the door for me, and we go like this. Right. And he bends the corner. I walk in the bathroom. I immediately turn around, catch the door right before it's about to close, and I walked back out. I was like, yo, I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait.
That's bad. When you decide you'll wait?
Nah, I'll wait. And I didn't even have to poop. I just had to pee.
Right.
So it wouldn't have been that long in there. Nah. I wasn't doing.
Couldn't hold your breath that long?
Bro. Come on. It was bad. Check it out. So in my mind, I was like, all right, I'm gonna eat. I'll let that thing air out, right? Mm-hmm. I'll eat, and then I'll check it. Should be good. Or, I mean, if it's still foul, I'll go somewhere else. But I wasn't gonna do that. There was a Kentucky Fried Chicken next door, like a couple buildings down. So I eat my food. Or no, I sit down to eat my food. I'm sitting down. My bad. I'm sitting down and I'm waiting for my food, right? Homeboy that just blew up the bathroom
goes back in.
Nah. I see him grab my bag of food. So the first thing that goes through my mind is,
did he wash his hands?
Did this motherfucker wash his hands? Right? That's the first thing.
Right.
But I'm like, at least my food's in the bag. Right? So I'm like, all right. So he says, hey, you JD? And I was like, yeah. I go grab my food. I go sit down. Mm-hmm. I sit down and I start eating. Probably not even a minute after I start eating, the other dude that's in the kitchen, he come to go use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. He want to go use the bathroom. I see him open the door. I see him turn around. I see him go by the cash register and grab something underneath on the little shelf or something right there. And he start doing this. Right? Hey, he start doing this. And then he starts speaking a language that I don't understand.
Right.
Right? He says something to dude. Dude looks at him. He goes over to the bathroom. Dude opens the bathroom. He's spraying inside the bathroom. He comes back out. Bop, 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 bop. The dude is talking to him. Bop, 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 bop. And then the girl says something. And then all three of them kind of glance over at me. And I'm eating my food. And I just happen to see all of this. Dude with the spray. And then they saying something that I don't understand. And then they look at me. And then they start laughing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay.
You caught the blame, didn't you?
I was like, oh, okay. Well, hold on. Wait for it.
Right.
No, you got to wait for this one.
Uh-oh.
Johnny, I'm sitting there. I'm eating. Mm-hmm. Hand to God. I'm sitting there eating, and I'm like, thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, these cats think that, these other two cats think that I blew up the bathroom. And you know what? This motherfucker's going along with it, knowing damn well he blew up the bathroom. It smelled like something crawled inside of him and died.
Probably.
So I'm eating my food. I get done with my food. It's been a while. I was on the phone. I was taking my time. I wasn't in a rush. I got done eating, hung up the phone. I just walked up to the counter and said, hey, my man, who had blown up the bathroom. I said, yo, my man, can you buzz me in the bathroom? Mm-hmm. He looks back at them two, says some more shit that I don't understand. They look at me and laugh. And I was like, all right, we're going to put a stop to this right now. Right. So I said, hey, man, I said, hold on. I said, man, what are you guys laughing at? And they were just looking at me like I was speaking a different language.
Right.
And I was like, hey, you guys laughing at me? I was like, I pointed at the girl and the guy. I was like, hey, you guys think I blew up the bathroom, huh? And they were like, just looking at me. And I was like, nah, man, that was him. I said, your man right here blew that shit up. He foul. This stanky ass motherfucker. I was like, bro, you blew that shit up. He want to say, not me, not me. I was like, no, it was for sure you, homie. You blew that bathroom up, dog. You trying to make it look, you got them think I was like, listen, you guys are over here saying something I don't understand, but I do understand body language.
Right.
And you guys looked at me twice now and started laughing. First time was after Deuce Pratt. I was like, you blew the bathroom up, bro. I was like, your man right here, he's stinky. Guy kept saying, no, not me, not me. I was like, hey, motherfucker. I was like, hey, now you got to stop lying. Stop lying. I was like, listen, I need to go use the bathroom. You need to buzz me in. I was like, your man is foul. He blew the bathroom up. He is a stinky motherfucker. That's the last thing I told her. I said, he's a stinky motherfucker. I said, buzz me in, motherfucker. I got to go use the bathroom. Oh, stinking ass mototherfucker. Bro, I was kind of lightweight fucking. I wasn't mad, but I was like, yo,
offended?
Hell no.
A little offended?
Yeah, I was like, what? Yo, you are not. Listen, here's the thing, Johnny. Because I was thinking about it while I was eating. After dude went to spray, and then he said, they started talking that shit, looked at me and laughed. That was the first time. And I was eating my food. And while I was eating my food, before I got my phone call, I was like, yo, they think I blew up the bathroom. I know that I'm going to be driving Lyft for at least the next few weeks because that's my plan. So I might end up back at the Taco Bell. I might end up back at that Taco Bell because it keeps sending me to that same area
right.
to drop people off.
Right.
And I was like, so while I was eating, I was like, yo, if I got to come back in here, they're going to think every time they see me, they're gonna be like, "Oh, there's that shitty motherfucker right there." You know what I'm saying? There's that stinky ass motherfucker who blew up our bathroom. You know, I'm not gonna be that dude.
Right.
Hell no, not when it was him.
Oh god.
Hey, I'll tell you another quick one, but I can't use certain language because I'm not qualified for that.
Okay.
That Taco Bell shit was hilarious though. When I left there, I was like, this motherfucker. Anyways, same day before that, I picked up this kid. This kid, he was probably had to be 19, 20, 21, very young. This motherfucker, bro, was skinnier than this wire right here, bro. He was a toothpick. Right. This kid was an absolute twig. Picture it in your head. Also, I think he might have been Haitian or something because he had a very strong accent, and I could understand what he said when he spoke to me.
Right.
But he had a very he had a mean accent, and I don't know exactly what it was. I do know there's a lot of Haitians in Florida, but if not, I don't know. But it was something. I picked this kid up, and he walks out of the house, bro. And this dude's got on like some shorts that kind of look like swimming trunks, right? But they're shorts or whatever, and they're like 2 or 3 sizes too big. So picture he's skinny like this, and he's swimming in he's swimming in his shorts, homie, right?
Yeah.
Then he's got on a hoodie, and the hoodie, yes, the hoodie is like 2 or 3 times bigger than what he needs to be wearing, bro. He's swimming in his shorts, swimming in the hoodie, and to top it off, he got on a red and white polka dot shower cap.
You gotta wait till I was done with my beer on that one.
You gotta picture.
He had a bonnet on.
Yo, my boy, you gotta picture it because you gotta have the picture in your head for what he said
That
when he
looks
got
like
in my
a
car.
hot. I could just see it in my head. That's a hot trailer park mess right there.
Hey, look, I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from, you see that all the time. You go to the 7-Eleven, you go whatever. Right. They got, you know what I mean? People wear shower caps. It is what it is.
Right.
So here's what it is. He gets in the car. As soon as he gets in the car, he closes his door and he goes, "Whoa." I said, "What?" I said, "What happened?" He said, "Man, your car smell good, ninja." But he didn't say ninja. Hey, the way he said it, Johnny, was hilarious. We had Dave on the podcast. He used to let it fly all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to it. I grew up around it. It's nothing to me. It was the way he said it and the fact that, you know, he had a mean accent. Not very much English, but he knew enough to say, "Man, your car smell good, ninja." And I was like, "Oh, yeah?" I was like, "Thank you." And he was like, "Yeah. And it smelled good." He said, "You know what? I'm going to give you a tip for that."
Just for the car smelling good.
For the car smelling good. I was like, "Thank you, man. I appreciate that." He said, "Car smell good, ninja." I was like, "Yeah." He said it again. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, bro." I only had to take him a couple miles down the road to a Staples, bro. So I took him, and it was great. I've had some characters in my car. I've had some cool people. All the people that I've had are cool. I've had a few really good conversations, and I made some decent money. So
hey.
Not a bad week doing Lyft, dude. Taco Bell was hilarious. I told Britt when I got home, but I waited because I wanted to see if Sincere was going to make. It was so funny that I wanted to tell them together, but he was working overtime, so I told her, and then I told him later. They both died laughing. They were like, "That's great." I was like, if I would have had on like a camera, like a body cam or something, or if somebody, like, I don't know, maybe I don't think anybody there was a few people in the restaurant.
I will say this: there's a
If I go viral, that'll be hilarious, bro.
hey, let me tell you what. My wife had to take the car to the dealership to get work on, and they got her a Lyft or Uber or something like that. They got her a ride back to work.
Yep.
And the guy had a dash cam in there, and he informed her right away. He's like, this is for
Safety.
your protection and my protection.
Yep.
He goes, so just letting you know there is a camera in the car. Yada yada yada.
So here's what I Googled.
Right.
I Googled. I knew the answer kind of, but I wanted to see what Google was going to say. So I Googled, because I'm going to get a dash cam.
Right.
I want to get a dual one. Good. Records in front and in back. I Googled, is it illegal to post video from a dash cam, Lyft or something like that, to social media? Can I post? Whatever, something like that. And it said, basically what it said is, you can have a dash cam and you could record video for safety, for their safety, for your safety.
Okay.
Said it's illegal to post said video that's recorded off the dash cam onto social media unless you have their consent.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. So what I'm thinking is maybe I get the dash cam that records out there and in the car, and if it's like the longer drives, right, from like up here, like to the airport or to the train station or something like that, right? For those, if I tell them and ask them, because it's on camera.
Right.
Right. So if I tell them, hey, listen, I got the camera, it's recording for your safety, for my safety, but also, or I'll leave it at that. Right. And then if we have good conversation, right, before I drop them off,
right,
if I say, hey, listen, I have a social media account that I post, some of these clips to, these videos when I have good conversation, do I have your consent to post something on? And if they give me consent, verbal consent, and it's recorded on camera, I think I'll be all right. So funny conversations, good conversations, sometimes maybe motivational conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. I think that would make for good content. I just got to make sure that I have their consent.
Yeah. That's cover yourself. That way you don't get in trouble.
Yeah. But
So,
I think that'll be fun.
Before I tell you my story, we're gonna smoke this bourbon here.
Hell yeah!
So this is
bro,
this is the third time.
Bro, is that the third time you dropped that?
So these little cups are very rounded at the bottom that hold the oak chips, and so I'll start yours first. So you need to put that back on your glass.
Yep.
So
what kind of wood chips are those?
they're oak.
Oh, oak.
So
I got an oak tree in my front yard.
So we'll watch your fingers. We'll heat this up here, get it going. Okay, we got the wood chips going.
Oh, that looks nice.
Take this, put this. Let's heat that up just a little bit more. I don't use this very often. Oh, really? There we go. So set that on there. We'll let it smoke down in there just a little bit. There it goes. Like I said, I don't use it very often. The funny part about using this, I'd never used a bourbon smoker before, right? No clue, yada, yada. So I smoke the chips, take this contraption off the top of the glass. Smoke starts to dissipate. Really didn't think anything of it, right? Didn't let all the smoke come out.
You did or you didn't?
I didn't. And
you went to take a drink? Yeah.
The smoke went up my nose, and I kind of went like that, and the bourbon went up my nose. And you want to talk about clear out your nasal
Oh,
passage.
yeah. I think that needs another light.
So,
There you go.
there we go. There we go. Like I said, I don't use it very often. And
Wait, is that to smother it?
I think so, yeah. Smother it out. Look at that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking. I saw something. I get a lot of bourbon stuff that comes across my feed,
Right.
and I came across some dude that was smoking some bourbon, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Johnny has a smoker.
Right.
And I was like, that's why I texted you earlier after you texted me, I was like, yo, you want to smoke some whiskey, smoke some bourbon tonight? Oh yeah.
So like I said, I've never really
We need to get one that like you can light and it just do they have like electric ones?
yes.
Yeah, that's
So this was a Christmas gift for my wife, and I told her I wanted one just
that looks real good. Oh,
Just to
yours
try it
looks real good.
So let it
You
sit.
just smoke it for a second?
Just for a second.
For a minute or two?
Yeah, and then I just let it sit on there for a little bit, and then like yours is already gone. So this is where I made my mistake last time, right? I had the smoke in there.
Ooh.
I thought it was good to go, so I was just like, okay, cool, right? So depends on how smoky you like it, Look at that.
Oh yeah.
So my wife's just gonna love that it smells like a campfire in her house.
It's all right.
But today we are sampling from my home state of Colorado is the TINCUP Fourteener. Now, TINCUP is made at the Strand of Hands Distillery in Denver. And I have been to that distillery, and they do know my uncle and stuff because he had a liquor store and he spent a lot of time at Strand of Hands and everything else like that.
Okay.
So I actually we were home, and the funny story was that I couldn't get in on the tour. You just had to show up because all the seats were taken already. So I went in there, I talked to the guys, and they go, "Well, we'll have to have you sit off to the side. We'll let you know if we can get you in on the tour." And they said, "Well, are you here visiting?" I said, "Well, I'm originally from Denver." I said, "My uncle owns a wine and spirits store, and he spends a lot of time in here." And then they asked me who my uncle was, and I gave them my uncle's name, and they said, "Oh, you're Joe's nephew?" And they're like, I said, "Yeah, it's my dad's brother." And they were like, "You can go on the tour." So, I thought it was kind of cool because my uncle must have spent a lot of time there for them to know him on a first name basis and whatnot. But
Doesn't it always feel good to have a little pool somewhere, a little juice?
little juice, just a little bit.
You run into a lot of juice in Las Vegas. You get juice with the casinos,
Right.
the club, the nightclubs. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so, I will say this. It was a great tour. My wife is not, a whiskey bourbon girl unless it's mixed. She doesn't want to drink it straight. So it was a great tour. And then they had a waiting list, that you put your name on with your email address, and they have a guest bottling. So, like, you just get picked random. They've had people spend years on the list and not get picked. And then you got people been on there like a week and they get picked. You got to show up. You got like 2 weeks to get there, and you're going to, you're going to be in there. You're going to help bottle. And you get 2 bottles out of the batch that you bottled.
That's
and then they feed you, and they get stuff from like a couple of local microbreweries and stuff like that. Some of the breweries there that are local. And I will tell you this. I was on the list for 12 or 13 years, and I finally got an email to be a guest bottler, and I couldn't go. I was so pissed. I was
Damn, that's
so. But I will. I'll hit up on the notes of this one. So the nose, we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some vanilla, some sugar cookie, caramel, baking spices, notes of applewood, dark fruit, and orange peel. On the palate, you're gonna have some caramel, heavy vanilla, roasted nuts, dark fruit, complex oak, which is kind of nice because we smoked it with oak, and featuring a light floral minty hint. On the finish, pause.
yeah, I knew it. That's why.
That's always the finish.
I saw it coming. Pause.
The medium long smooth with lingering butterscotch and oak and cinnamon spice.
Hell yeah. The medium long.
So this is a 14-year bourbon. It's 84 proof. Described as oaky and sweet. So this is the highest age expression in the Tin Cup lineup to honor Colorado's 14,000 foot peaks with the first release on Mount Sneffels. So,
cheers, brother.
cheers.
Salute.
Salute.
Man, I'm on an empty stomach.
That's pretty good. I definitely get that. I get the cinnamon, the oak, a little bit of the vanilla, and it's very sweet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Definitely vanilla for sure.
Yes. So, while we're enjoying this, I got to tell you something that happened.
Let me tell you real quick what I had to eat today. I had a bagel. Mm-hmm. Oh, I had some grapes.
Okay.
And I had a small bag of chips.
Oh, shit.
So I'll be feeling good when I get home.
Right. So, as you know, last weekend was Easter.
Oh, yeah.
So, the day prior to Easter, the wife and I are getting the niece and nephew's Easter baskets together, getting some extra toys and little knickknacks and snacks and stuff like that for them.
All right.
I'm not going to mention the store that we went to. I'm not going to mention the store because I don't want any legal troubles. But we went to a store, and we got to looking around, and we got some cars and stuff like that for the nephew, and some other snacks and stuff, right? Looking for a Barbie for my niece. Looking around. We're at the back of the store. Well, I take a note of the Barbies, right?
Yeah.
And my wife looks at me and she goes, "Where are all the Barbies?"
Oh.
And I go, "Well, I seen some at the front of the store." And I said, "And this is all they have at the back of the store." And the first thing that comes out of my wife's mouth is she's like, "And look, I don't care. My daughters collected Barbies, whether they were black, white, Asian. They didn't care. They just wanted Barbies, right?" About that time, my wife goes, "Why are all the black Barbies at the back of the store?" And I go, "That's kind of weird because I just noticed that all the white Barbies were at the front of the store." What kind of racist ass bullshit do we got going that we got the Barbie segregated?
Wait, what do you mean front of the store and back of the store?
Remember the front of the bus or the back of the bus?
No, I understand
yeah,
that.
right.
I'm saying, were they in the toy aisle?
They were in the toy aisle, right? They had an Easter section up front, right?
Oh,
But
two different sections.
Two different sections. So at the front of the store, the white Barbies was up there. At the back of the store,
Hold on.
bro,
Was it only white Barbies at the front, or was it like white, Asian, whatever?
only the white Barbies were at the front of the store.
So it wasn't just the blacks in the back. It was black Barbies, Asian Barbies, all
Right.
the other Barbies.
Right. I was like,
That's crazy.
I just thought about it all the way to the car. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is that? I had questions.
Was this a red and white store?
No, sir.
Because they've been
Oh, yes.
they've been boycotted.
Yes. I will say it's a local store. I mean, not local. It is a national chain store.
Yeah.
But
That's odd.
it is very odd that, and I was
That's-
tripping on that.
That's
I was
funny
like,
that you thought one thing and she thought the other thing, and you guys both came to conclusion
came
that
to a conclusion that, like, yo, why can't the Barbies just be together, all together? Why do we have to segregate the Barbies?
not cool, man.
Not cool. Not cool. I don't want any legal trouble, so I'm not even gonna name the store.
No, you don't have to.
No. But oh yeah. I was just like,
That's
I've been
kinda
tripping on that
wild.
one for a while. But
That's kind of wild.
I'm not gonna put my brother's business out there. I've kind of talked to you a little bit about it, but the other business is going down. Literally just received photos. Remember we talked about he's doing work in the garage.
He's what?
Doing work in the garage.
Yeah.
You putting a lift in,
Yeah.
everything else like that. Right. So he's done very good for himself, and I'm very proud of my little brother. And never in my life did I ever think where we come from that we would ever have the things that we worked hard for.
Right.
And but I will say this: I am very proud of my little brother, and he's made a name for himself in his industry and cutting hair and everything else like that, and had a lot of opportunities. But and I think they're actually, he was talking to me, I think something about opening maybe a third location or something like that. So, and maybe that'll give him the freedoms to just sit back and manage now, and
Yep.
then only do private haircuts and stuff like that. But I really don't put his business out there like that because my mom doesn't know what's going on, because by the time we post this, it'll already be over with. But so scroll through the photos. So he sent me the photos, and I talked to him, and I'm like, well, how was it? And he was like,
That's sick.
he's like, it's done. It's a done deal. He's like, it is just plain
Hold on, I'm confused because you said at the beginning of this, you said at the beginning of the story, you said
So
that the business is going down.
no. That business is going down.
Oh! It's like it's going down.
Yeah, it's going down.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. So he was very happy.
You can't say what it is.
I can't say what it is yet. I will say this: it does have to deal with the automobile, and I will give a little backstory. My mama called. She's like, "Hey, you talked to your brother?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" I just talked to him a bit ago. She goes, "You know what I said, do you know what he's got going on in the garage?" I said, "Well, they putting a lift in. He's got multiple cars. He wants to make some room, blah, 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 blah." So about 15 minutes later, my brother calls me. We were talking about the lift in the garage, and I said, "Hey," I said, "Ma just called." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, she kind of want to know what was going on in the garage. I told her, we kind of collaborated back and forth just a little bit. What's going on? I said, "You want to make more room in the garage?" That's all I said. All I said. I didn't lie to my mama. I just said he making more room in the garage.
That's sick.
So, yeah. So it's more of an investment thing. It is more of an investment thing.
What year is that?
2019. But it's an investment thing, and just because it's been discontinued, and so like I said, I'm very proud of him, and so by the time we post this, it more than likely will already be at the house. So like I said,
That's sick.
right.
Congratulations, my boy.
Yes, sir.
That's cool shit.
Right. What else?
He said it's sick.
Huh?
He said it's sick.
Oh, he's like, if I have to wake up at a certain time to get to the bank just to get the rest of the money, to pay for the car. He goes, I'll get up at 6 a.m. if I have to.
It's nice.
It is. It is.
I bet that thing just hugs the corners.
Right.
Just grips the ground.
Yeah.
Shoo.
Yeah. I asked him how it was today, and he's like, stupid. He goes, absolutely stupid.
I bet.
Next week, I'll tell you exactly what he got, but I don't want to spoil it.
We'll reveal it on the next week's episode.
Right, right. How's your bourbon?
It's great.
It's great.
Fucking great. Already got me a little head change.
So there's been a lot of, I know we don't really like to talk about work, but there's been a lot of bullshit. I got woke up yesterday at 6 a.m. from some angry ass text messages. Mm-hmm. And even this morning, they call me. This afternoon, they call me. And it's like, my phone never stops ringing. I hate this damn thing. It never stops ringing. You better hope to God I never win the lottery or I never find a better paying job, because let me tell you what, I will block everybody.
Yeah.
And you're going to be trying to figure out how to fix things on your own.
Yeah.
So I was asked if I had certain people come in to do certain things. And I said, yes, I do. I have a couple that are coming in to work on this. Next thing you know, that gentleman is calling me, or not calling me, he's texting me. My phone is going bing, 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 bing. At 6 a.m, I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, shit, something popped off. So I get up, look at my phone, messages from one of my interior installers, and he is pissed. He is hot. So I'm reading the text messages. I'm like, all right, let me call so-and-so, find out what's going on. Apparently the bigwigs made some sort of decision to move this aircraft forward, blah, 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 blah. And I don't always agree with decisions that are made. Granted, I don't question my orders. I just follow them and I obey under protest. But I also have been in manufacturing for over 30 years. And I will say this, if anybody's perfected manufacturing, not always perfect, but pretty much everything rolls smooth. And now that I don't work in that industry anymore, I can look back at it and say that the Big H was a well-oiled machine. You never put the cart before the horse. And it's like, I don't control how soon we get an aircraft from out of another building, right? But my guys get the shitty end of the stick. I'm just going to put it blunt. They get the shitty end of the stick, because then now it hits the building and all of a sudden we got to shove it right back in to get painted, and I got to wait till it comes back out before we can even put interiors in it. And my guys are pissed because that's a 2-day build. Mm-hmm. So now it's going to bottleneck the front of the paint shop because it's going to sit there for 2 days. Mm-hmm. So, oh yeah, they were pissed. They called me and I'm like, look, I said, it's what it is. I said, bro, I said, I don't make those decisions. And then they go, I agree. You don't make those decisions. But I rearranged my whole schedule for the weekend to come in here and work on this. And oh yeah, they were fucking hot. They were so pissed. But I said, it's what it is. I said, we'll just wait. We'll try to play catch up on the way out. But yeah, they weren't too happy. So but other than that, I mean, it's been kind of a off the wall week. Like good days, bad days. You know, I'm always a whipping child. Like, I don't miss
day shift.
Hey, guess.
Miss the people, don't miss the BS.
Guess who's leaving?
Who?
My guy from sales.
Oh, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
The little guy?
The latte guy.
Nah.
Yeah.
Why?
He got a job somewhere else. Different aviation company.
Hey, good luck, man. Congratulations.
More power to you.
I'm happy for you. Believe me, I'm happy for you. I'm sure, listen, I'm sure people have all over the company have to deal with BS.
Oh,
including them. So.
I will say this: in manufacturing, it's no it's not sunshines and rainbows and everything. You put up with all kinds of issues, and then other areas it's just bad.
But it could be smoother. It
could be smoother.
It could be.
It could be. It could be.
I don't want to get started, man, because you'll be getting me down a rabbit hole.
I will say this: if I ever leave the company,
Excuse me.
I am spilling everything I know. I mean, the books I could probably write on the manufacturing facilities that I've been in with, people's affairs and illegitimate children and everything else like that. It's crazy the secrets I know.
Yeah.
But I'm like a vault. You tell me something, I ain't telling nobody. I'm be like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. But
Freddie's a vault.
Oh yeah. Freddie's a vault. You don't tell nobody nothing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm joking.
I'm lying.
I hope he comes on the. I hope we can get him on the pod soon.
I will say this: there is definitely 3 ways in the company to let somebody know something. Send an email, send a text message, tell Freddie.
All right. You got anything else?
Let's see.
We're at it exactly an hour, dog. We did it.
An hour. All right. Already. So.
We did it.
Right. Yeah.
That was delicious.
Sir.
Shout out to the Tin Cup.
Shout out to Stranahan's for producing this.
The smoke you put on there,
right,
gives it a little extra oaky.
I will say this: they have different flavored chips, and we're gonna have to get some.
Hell yeah,
we have to get some, and we're gonna have to start doing some more outside episodes because I have plenty of cigars over there every single time. I will say this: my guy in the sales department, I'm not gonna mention his names. Every time we pull a task off for him, he slide me a couple cigars.
As long as the weather holds up, let's plan for. Also, you and I, we gotta sit down. We gotta figure out. The weather is going to be nice as long as it's not raining, and we gotta figure something out for a stream.
Well, I will say this: what I was thinking about today is we need to have a couple of guests on to do the
Drinko.
Okay, I got to sit down and write the rules up for the drink.
We got to do with the slots.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Also, I wanted to get a couple of drinking games. Okay. Like they got the drinking card games. Mm-hmm. Because either on the Drinko or I don't know. We got to figure some stuff out because we could do Drinko like alone, or we can get. I looked on Amazon and we can get like a wheel that you spin, right, and then you can dry erase on there, and we can put 2, maybe 3 of those for Drinko. Like if it lands on Drinko, then you gotta. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Your sister, I thought she was cool.
She is. I love my sister, but that was not cool.
Not my fault. She's got nice boobs.
All right.
Even my wife said they were nice. You know they nice when another girl goes, those are nice.
I'm not judging.
You judging.
I'm not judging my sister's boobs, homie. What are you talking about? That's crazy.
Made him feel very uncomfortable.
Very.
No, I do love his sister. I met his sister, and his sister is great. She is a great type. She's. But we do need to have a couple of guests to go ahead and establish the Drinko, and
I would like to do a stream, a stream, not a show like this, because
a live stream.
Because that camera, a live stream, because that camera has live stream capabilities.
Oh, nice.
So we can live stream from that. If I put it on a gimbal and live stream from it, then we can, you know what I mean? I could walk around, we can hand it off, or we can have a designated cameraman that day to film all of us. and we can drink, and we can smoke, and we can go in the pool, and we can do drinko, and we can grill up some burgers and some dogs, and we can stream for 2 or 3 hours, and we can make a day of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we can get tipsy.
Right.
That sounds like a plan.
So, if anybody has any ideas, because I've talked
Probably have to take a day off of work for that.
Oh, 100%.
I probably have the.
Right. I will.
all right.
I will say this: we're gonna have to, because I've thought about doing like, my ideas is like we're gonna do, like, old school, like where you laying in a slot, you're gonna have to drink some Alizé. You're gonna have to drink some Boone's Farm. You're gonna have,
Bro, we can get some.
I'm gonna be in some liquor stores that sell some bottled.
We got to get
chill.
some 40s of Old England. We got to get some nastiness.
Right, 5 shots in 5 minutes,
Dude. 5 shots in 5 minutes
Right.
is gonna be a killer.
Maybe a
today I thought of one. What was it? It rhymed too. It was something with the car bomb.
the Irish car bomb.
Yeah, it was. Shoot, why am I having a brain fart? Because I've been thinking about this for a while. Damn, what was it? It was something or do a bomb. Do a.
Hey, maybe you know what? Maybe we should just bring it on the show, test it out, right? But let's have the wives on and test it out and let the wives play it, because they never get to drink that much, and we get to be the commentators.
I don't I don't want to see my wife that drunk.
Why? Because you got to take care of her.
Yeah, I don't.
Why? She takes care of you all the time.
I love my wife, but sometimes when she gets drunk,
I think the girls need a little bit of a mental release. A little couple shots.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right. Look, I have taken care of my wife. Look, I will tell you this before we go. My wife is a professional when it comes to throwing up. Like, she would be driving, she's asleep, and next thing you know, all she does is put her hand out, tap me on the shoulder. I know that's my cue to pull over. She don't even undo the seatbelt. She just throws it up over around her back, leans out the door, does her business, puts it back on, and she's like, "Let's go home."
Nice.
She's a professional.
Nice.
Not her first rodeo.
I thought I handled last time I threw up with you in the car. I thought I handled it pretty good. I said, "Hey, pull over."
Hey.
I pretty much opened the door, blew chunks. You came to like a slow creep, and I opened the door, blew chunks, closed the door, said, "I'm good. Let's go."
and then had to cook breakfast.
And then went and cooked breakfast, dog.
And after he
Like a G.
And then after he cooked breakfast, that fool was asleep.
Oh, I was done.
I don't even think he ate.
How many people did I cook for? I cooked for like
At least 20.
it was a lot of people.
A lot of people, but
It was great.
yeah. So
You know what?
what?
My house is calmed down
Yes.
a lot. My house is pretty much back to normal. I will have give me maybe next week. I got it. It's J-Lo's birthday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is J-Lo's birthday. She turns 16.
Jesus.
So on Wednesday or Thursday, I think we're gonna take her out to dinner. She texted me and said, "Hey, can we go out for my birthday?" So I'll do that. So maybe next week. Oh crap! I forgot. I work on the weekend. I was gonna say I'll have you guys over for breakfast tacos. I'll cook up the chorizo con papas and the bacon, but I work on the weekends.
Hey, before we go, I just wanted you to know
We'll figure it out.
the girls at the shop ordered Cuban sandwiches. And I
love
don't know where they got them from, but my new guy.
Wait, no, was it on Thursday?
Yes.
I know where they got them. They got them from the other building. That's who I used to order mine from.
So
They're fire.
My new guy
They're so good.
is from Cuba, right?
Yeah.
And he comes in.
Who, with the long hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
He comes in and he's like, "Hey, boss, I got to tell you, I got to ask you, did you have one of the Cuban sandwiches?" It's like, "Nah, I can't eat like that at work." I said, "Because I'll be asleep at the desk and then I get fired." I go, "But how was it?" He goes, I'm from Cuba. And he goes, sandwich was absolutely amazing.
I'm telling you, bro.
Like, if you have never had one, you need to order one. He says, even take it home. He's like, and the sandwich is massive. He's like,
for $10.
for $10. Yeah.
Yo, those sandwiches are like this. For $10. Johnny, when I tell you, whatever they marinate their pork in,
Right.
it's so good. It's fire.
So I told him next time I'll order one. And
I've asked you before.
I know,
a couple of times. Hey, you want a sandwich?
Right. And you know, I just was like, okay, it's just a sandwich. But, you know.
Listen, he won't eat a sandwich that I offer to buy. But boy, let
I really didn't know it was like that.
Let homegirl bring in some tamales, boy. Your ass is eating quick, fast, and in a hurry, ain't you?
Hey, let me tell you what. Or a bowl of pozole.
Or a bowl of pozole for sure.
Let me tell you what. Yeah, we're throwing down. So,
I mean, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, I've offered to buy Cuban sandwiches for this fool, and he don't want them, but he'll eat some tamales for homegirl.
Right. I ain't mad.
I had her laughing the other day.
You had what?
I had her laughing the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You didn't come in on Saturday?
No,
I was like, hey, I asked everybody. There was a few of you guys in there. I was like, hey, where's your guys' fearless leader? Well, I said, here's funny. Your one guy was in there. And I said, hey, where's your guys' fearless leaders? Right? I put the plural on it. I said, where's your guys' fearless leaders? And he said, wait a minute. Hold on. 2 leaders. Oh, I shouldn't say.
I will say.
Hey. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, why are all you guys here and nobody's here? And they were like, I don't know. I said, where's your boy, your lead? I was like, where's he at? They were like, probably at home sleeping. I was like, where's Johnny at? Probably at home sleeping. I was like, why ain't they here? All you guys are here? They're not here? They were like, man, they don't come in. I was like, oh.
Now I work most of my time during the week. But I will say this. You know, granted, I don't work hard because I expect things at the end of the year. I work hard and I support my guys and girls and support my team because that's my job. Mm-hmm. I got their back. I try to keep the fires put out so they don't have to leave the line. But I think, as you know, that everybody deserves a little bit of recognition. I ain't asking for shit.
Yeah.
I ain't asking for shit. But when I donate 140 plus hours every 2 weeks, and I didn't get jack shit
At the end of the year
at the end of the year, I didn't get nothing. Zero.
I was wondering why your ass wasn't there. Because it seemed odd. I was like, all of these people here, that's why I asked them in the first place, where's your guys' fearless leaders?
Right.
Because with all of the amount of people that were there, I was like, there's nobody up here?
Right. Well,
And I was like,
technically the weekend shop has a supervisor.
I was like, it struck me weird that you weren't there. That's why I was asking, where's your guys' fearless leader? And then
I will say that.
I was like, any other time,
Right, I'm there.
Johnny's there.
I will say this, after about a year and a half of working that amount of overtime, and
Oh yeah, dude, we hit it hard. You hit it harder than I did, and I'll tell you this: I got my W-2. 1/3 of what I made last year was pure
Taxed.
overtime. No, pure overtime.
right. I will say this: I got my W-2 based on my salary, plus I get a flat rate for when I work overtime. We call it overtime, but I have to give 85 and a half hours before that overtime kicks in. And if I take PTO,
You're doing that easy though. Last year.
right. So, but if I take PTO, 8 hours of that PTO or X amount of hours, like say I take 3 days, right, does not count towards my 85 hours. So let's say I've done 140 hours total, but let's say, 3 days of that is PTO, right? You lose that 3 days of
24 hours.
of those flat rate hours.
Okay.
I will say this, that I worked so much that it put me in a different tax bracket. Mm-hmm. And I paid a lot of tax.
Oh, I bet.
A lot of taxes. And,
I paid a good chunk, but you paid even more.
Oh, I'm 100% guaranteed that I pay. And here's the funny thing about taxes, right? So taxes are due this week, right? On the 15th. And guess what? Every year I file an extension. Why? Because Uncle Sam ain't in no hurry, or they're always in a hurry to take my money, but they ain't in a hurry to give it back, right? So I file my extension every year. I'll do my taxes on my own time. I'm not going to conform to your time frame. I want to take my time, make sure I get everything right, that I don't mess up, everything else like that.
Yeah.
So I do that every year. And there's a lot of people that do it. And
not this year. Usually we do an extension. Not this year because we had to get the Explorer, the Ford.
Yeah.
The Lincoln, the Navigator took a shit.
Yep.
I was like, dude, we got to get these things done ASAP. Right. And it happened boom. It was supposed, like we got that check like exactly what we were supposed to.
Let me tell you, it's
and it was all gone. It's all gone. It went right to that fucking truck.
Life is life, and so
life is life, and life seems to continue to life.
I will say this. I will make you this promise, and I will say this. I will say this out there. If once I get my my patent approved and everything else like that, and get everything established, I will tell you this. The things that I can change, that I plan to change with that patent, and I already have a 3D model made, and I just got to find somebody to make this for me. Once I get that going, let me tell you what, doesn't only affect people here in Florida. It's going to affect everybody along a coastline, right? And my wife and I were talking about that. It's like if somebody offers to buy your patent, how much is it worth to you? How much is it worth to you? Because I look at it as I want generational wealth. And so I follow Gary, I follow Gary V, right? And he's very blunt. He said, find something and make it better. And I found something.
You gotta find something and make it better, or you have to find a solution to a problem.
Right. So I found something. I'm going to make it better. And
I don't know about selling the patent though.
Right.
Ooh-wee. I don't know about that.
How much is your patent worth?
Yeah, I've watched I've watched enough Shark Tank.
Right.
And also I'm a hip hop head.
Right.
So I keep up with what's going on in hip hop, in the music industry, and what I always hear in the music industry is about your owning your shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Owning your shit. Like that is more than anything.
Right.
That is more than anything. I will say this. So I don't know about selling your patent. I don't know. I don't know if that's the route to go. But I will say this. You, sir, are very, very, very good at keeping secrets and keeping shit close to your chest.
I am. And I will say this because
I'm terrible at it.
Right. So
you are pretty fucking good, because I have no idea what your thing is.
So I will say this.
I haven't seen no 3D model. I don't know. It's fine. I don't care. I don't not necessarily want to know. I'm just saying, you, like, if I were sitting on something like that, it would be very hard for me to keep it a secret.
Yeah, you know, and
You're pretty good at it.
I want to keep it a secret, and then when I get to that stage where I can start helping people in the family and everything else like that, and it's not that I just want to give money away or anything else like that. If that ever happens, I'm just saying hypothetically, you know, I look at it that like there's certain people in the family that I want to help, that I don't want them to have to go to work again. I want them to enjoy their families, and I want them to travel and just spend time with their families.
Yeah, that would be great.
But before we go, I got one funny thing for you. Before we go, we were
Okay, go ahead.
we were listening to some music today because my wife is younger than me, and I was watching a Facebook clip about songs in 1995. What was the top songs? And most of the songs she knew, right? And then all of a sudden, and I know you're a hip hop head and you like all, you know, out there R&B, everything.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, of course, the neighborhood I grew up in, D'Angelo's Brown Sugar came.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace.
And my wife's like, she looked at me. I said, look, the neighborhood you grew up in, the town you grew up in, I said, I 100% guarantee ain't nobody in that town listening to D'Angelo.
Absolutely not.
She's like, she looked at me and she was like, I'm like, oh. I said, I will publicly state that. Nobody.
Wait, she didn't know it?
She didn't know. She knew everything else. She pretty much knew every other song.
But she didn't know D'Angelo?
She didn't know D'Angelo.
She didn't know Brown Sugar?
No.
Bro. And she listened to it?
And she's like, yeah, we were listening to it.
We used
I was
to,
out of all the songs on the list, that's the only one she didn't know.
There are R&B songs out there that once you put it on, if the mood is right, we have a saying where I come from that it make the pussy go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We call it.
That's one of them.
We call it the baby making music.
That's one of them.
That's one of them.
Brown Sugar. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but I mean, I don't know how many smashes R. Kelly put out, bro, that we were, you know what I mean? Like, there's just certain shit that just make the shit go.
Jodeci.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Oh my God, there's so many.
we could go on and on and on, but I
So
just
many.
thought that was before we go. I just thought that was funny that my wife, she's a music library, and this is the one song she didn't know.
That's funny.
And I was just
Rest in peace to
fun.
D'Angelo.
I was just like, oh yeah, ain't nobody in your neighborhood listening to this.
No,
And the
no,
dirty
no.
look she threw me was great.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I ain't wrong either. So, but
All right, man.
All right, we're
we
out.
fucking did it. We
did
did it. We did it. Another episode down. Shout out to
Tin Cup and Strand of Hands where they
Stranahan's. Shout out to the Summer L, Samuel Adams. And shout out to you. We did it.
sir.
We did it. We did it. And we'll be back again next week. I'll still be here, tired as a motherfucker, but I'll be here.
His fool gets to go home and go to sleep, and I get to go and
No. Hold on. I'll be up shortly after you are, sir.
oh, that's true. That is true.
I'm on the road. I'm in my car at 4:45 and turning on the app and figuring out what I'm gonna do, and then I usually have my first pickup around 5:00, and then I'll drive. I'll do pickups and shit till about 3:00. I'll do a good 10-hour day.
Okay.
I do a good 10-hour day. I have to work 7 days a week right now, bro. Like, I don't have a choice.
Right.
I don't have a choice. So
All right.
yeah, I'll be up shortly after you.
All right. I'll
All
call
right.
you.
Huh?
I said I call you. You was like,
Yeah, right, motherfucker. You ain't gonna call me.
4-4
Hey,
hey.
hold on. Is that road still closed?
Yes.
Okay, because I've been going to the next exit and shit, but I've been coming down and the right way afterward. But I'm like, dude, when is this road not going to be closed?
I don't know. I think it's like sometime this week.
All right.
All right.
All right. We did it, y'all. We'll see you
Peace
again
out.
next week. We the bastards. We out.